Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a complimentary quad coming your way, and it's featuring the music of Ian Gillan, specifically his solo works. And he's had, I believe, two bands. One was called the Ian Gillan Band, and then the following band was called Gillan. So this is in his stage of being in Gillan. Which came after the Ian Gillan Band. So that's what we're going to focus on right here, man. And we're going to start with a song called If You Believe Me, followed by No Easy Way, and that's live, followed by If I Sing Softly, and then finally Fighting Man. So, man, before I hit this up, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to John Regan. Pardon me if I pronounced your surname incorrectly. It might be Regan or Reagan. It's spelled R-E-G-A-N. Regan. John Regan. Sorry for butchering your name, man. I'm really bad with that sort of thing. I gotta go back to school, re-educate myself. Alright, so John says, "Hi Soul Train bro. I know how much you've liked Deep Purple in the past, and especially Ian Gillan, so I've decided to send you some links to one of his solo bands. After leaving Deep Purple in '73, Ian became disillusioned with the music industry and did not perform for 2 years. It was only when his good friend Roger Glover asked him to fill in for a singer who had dropped out of the performance of Roger's Butterfly Ball. Ian was blown away by the reception he received, so he decided to put together a band. This was called the Ian Gillan Band. They played an unusual style of music which some have called jazz fusion. Definitely worth a listen though, with Clear Air Turbulence, Money Lender, and an unusual version of Child in Time being my favorite. After this band, he formed a second called Gillan. Colin Towns and keyboards joined him from the Ian Gillan Band. The music was much more rock influenced and similar to the Purple stuff. Colin Towns co-wrote a lot of the songs with Gillan, and with no disrespect to the other lads in Gillan, is the only member who was as good as the guys Ian played with in Deep Purple. Colin has gone on to have a highly successful career in writing theme music for a huge number of TV and film. Best wishes from England. Keep up the good work. John Regan." John, thank you very much. And again, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name properly. And thank you for such nice candor. Oftentimes, man, I got subscribers and especially patrons who think that they're so entitled. They come in and they don't even give you a hello. They just drop it on you. Aqualung, the album, when? You know, that sort of tone? Well, let me tell you, man, they don't last very long. But thank you very much for your good candor and your good manners, John. I appreciate it. I can't believe in so many people it's just lacking these days. Unbelievable. We're supposed to be a cultured society. Can't even take the time to wish each other a good day. All right. Well, let's hit this up, man. So, this is If You Believe, and it's from their Glory Road album. Let's get it.
I could believe in you. The way you left me hot and helpless. I could believe in you. The way your kisses left me hot and helpless. I could believe in you. Oh, I want you. I want you. Oh, since you're gone. I said I feel so lonely since you're gone. I feel so lonely. Oh, oh. I want you back. I want you back.
Singers with soul.
I can't be with you no more.
Who the hell is playing this guitar? That guitar is crying and screaming. Tickling those bastards.
I said I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely. Oh, oh, oh. I want you back. I want you back. You
followed
you believe,
the same Deep Purple blueprint, song structuring.
If you believe me, if you believe me, if you believe me, oh, 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 if you believe me, baby, I'll never let you go.
Outstanding.
This is one we've been doing for quite a while now, and
Let's go straight to our next track.
not like a
Do a
concert.
back-to-back, seeing that both
nice
of
to
them
see you here all again.
are on the
This is
same
our fourth year
album.
already.
Oh yeah, this is live.
I remember when the first year we came was a Sunday afternoon, I think, around about
No
2
easy
o'clock,
way.
and, well, it's nice to be here at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night now to be here. And most of that's thanks to you. You've given us... I think we know most of you by name anyway, so lend us a quid. There's a song called... I've been trying to get the... announce this properly. This is called, again in French, it's called Ne... Ne Easy Way.
I just checked the length of the song. It's 10 minutes, man. Yeah. But it's live, so you gotta put the jams in. Crowds with it. good luck sound, don't they? Good musicianship, tight precision, good clarity. Crowd's alive, man. Would he give Ian Pace a run for his money? Let me know. Right on. So, that is what Ian Gillan sounds like. Outside of Deep Purple, the collective sound, signature sound of Deep Purple, still got that great signature voice of his and the soulfulness of his singing style. That's what I wanted to say. He is definitely, probably without doubt, just off the top of my head, in the top 5 of best soulful rock and roll singers. Rock and roll singers with soul, right? Of course I'm thinking of Robert Plant immediately. There's Ian Gillan. Who else is there? Who makes your list, your top 5 list of soul singing rock singers? Rock singers that deliver to you with soul. Give me your top 5. It'll be really, really interesting list. Now, I don't want to disqualify anyone because I'm also thinking of Terry Reid. The person who Jimmy Page approached first to front the New Yardbirds, and then Terry said, well, no, check out my friend Robert. But I'm thinking more more mainstream singers who had a lot more consistent mainstream success, that's who I'm thinking of. No one remote. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Give me your top 5 list. All right. So let's do this, man. Let's take a look at the band, then the man, and then a little bit of song information. So, first, Gillan, the band. Gillan was a rock and metal band formed in '78 by Deep Purple vocalist Ian Gillan. Gillan was one of the hard rock bands to make a significant impact and commercial success in the UK during the early 80s, with 5 silver albums. They sold over 10 million LPs worldwide. Ian Gillan, born the 19th of August 1945, is an English singer and songwriter. He is the lead singer and lyricist for rock band Deep Purple and is known for his powerful and wide-range singing voice, in particular his high-pitched banshee screams. I love those, man. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was my 5th reaction of my channel when I launched my classic rock channel, Child in Time. Holy shit, man. I just, it gripped me, you know, like, you know, when you get chills and your skin tingles. When I first did that reaction, I wasn't ready for that shit, for him going high like that. And of course, I was into my focus of anti-warfare. When I started with my channel, I was just really focused on that. And Child in Time, you know, represented the times. It represented, you know, the failure of the government in handling the Vietnam War and all of these different things. And that song, oh, tingles, chills. I go back to that reaction. I don't know if you can find it. Do I still have it up? I got to do a check once in a while because sometimes the algorithm just cancels it out and I don't get a notification. It's only when I'm scrolling and checking, I'm like, oh, this has been blocked after 3 years. Why? So anyway, I'll check that out. But Child in Time, man, that was my 5th reaction on my channel, and that was really intense. I relived that moment. I remember the chills that I had. All right, where the hell was I? Initially influenced by Elvis Presley, Gillan started and fronted several local bands in the mid-60s and eventually joined Episode 6 when their original singer left. He first found widespread commercial success after joining Deep Purple in 1969. He resigned from the band in June of '73, having given a lengthy notice period to their managers. And I know that there was some turbulence, and I think that he was having some turbulence with Richie Blackmore, but who hasn't, right? After a short time away from the music business, he resumed his music career with solo bands, the Ian Gillan Band and Gillan, before a year-long stint as the vocalist for Black Sabbath in '83. The following year, Deep Purple reformed and 2 more successful albums followed before he left in '89. He returned to the group in '93 and has remained its lead singer ever since. In addition to his main work, performing with Deep Purple and other bands during the '70s and '80s, he sang the role of Jesus in the original recording of Andrew Lloyd Webber's rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar in 1970. He performed in the charity group Rock Aid Armenia and engaged in a number of business investments and ventures, including a hotel, motorcycle manufacturing, and music recording facilities at Kingsway Studios. More recently, he's performed solo concerts concurrently with his latter career in Deep Purple and his work and affinity with Armenia, combined with his continued friendship with Tony Iommi since his brief time in Black Sabbath. It's led him to form the supergroup Who Cares with Iommi. There's a period, damn. His solo career outside of Deep Purple was given a comprehensive overview with the Gillan's Inbox set in 2006. If you believe me, and No Easy Way appears on Glory Road. It's the third studio album by British hard rock band Gillan, released in October of 1980. The album reached number 3 in the UK Albums Chart. Okay, track summary. Yeah, we'll read track summary. The US version of the album had a slightly different running order and included Your Mother Was Right instead of Sleeping on the Job. The song Unchain Your Brain was re-recorded and released on Ian Gillan's 2006 release Gillan's Inn. Glory Road was also released in the UK as a limited edition LP and contained the free LP for Gillan fans only. When Glory Road was eventually released on CD, most of For Gillan fans only material was included as bonus tracks. However, Higher and Higher, Egg Timer, a spoof on Samson's Vice Versa from the Head On album, and Harry Lime Theme failed to make it to the CD until 2-CD release in 2007, Edsel Records Remaster, which contains both the album and the whole of For Gillan's Fans Only. Whole is spelled H-O-L-E. This latter release also has retrospective comments by Ian Gillan and the original artwork, plus pictures of various single covers. A different version of Trying to Get to You can be heard on Ian Gillan's album Shirkazoo and Other Stories. Alright man, so let's hit up our next track, and that is If I Sing Softly. And this is Gillan once again, If I Sing Softly. Let's get it.
Touch of your skin, alive and listening. What are you doing to me? You've got a hold on me. A smile in your eyes, your breath and your sigh. What have you done to me? When will you come to me?
I'm waiting for thunder to drop.
I want to be beside you. I want to be inside you. How can I wait much longer? My love is growing stronger when you love me. Baby, will you stay with me, love me? Or will you hold me, love me? I need you and must be together. Stay here forever. If I sing softly to you. You brought this on me, the joy Soon we shall be as one.
Doesn't this sound
Soon
like
we
it could
shall
be a Scorpions song? Is it Eli Roth? I could hear him singing this.
How can I wait much longer? My love is growing stronger when you love me. Baby, will you stay with me, love me? Will you hold me, love me? I need you, we must be together. Will you stay forever? If I sing softly to
Do you notice how they extend the hell out of this song? It could have been over 2 minutes ago, but no. Musicianship, extending it. Great rock and roll song structure. Right on. Hey man, you know, I didn't really know what the hell to expect from Gillan, you know, with his solo works and whatnot. You leave the collective and then sometimes you just don't really do all that well on your own. But holy shit, man, these are great songs. Very, very well crafted, you know, especially the first song. Really, if you believe me, really follows excellent song structuring. That blueprint that Deep Purple is known for. First, you've got a great guitar solo, and then you've got a great, in this case, the piano solo, but usually it would be John Lord following right after Richie, doing an organ solo, and then some more extended instrumentals, stretching the shit out of that song, taking a good song and just elevating it into a epic song. Ian took that same blueprint and he applied it to mainly the first song and this third song, If I Sing Softly. Of course, you know, no easy way being live. You do a lot of extended jams and stuff like that, so sometimes the structure of the song is not that apparent, but hey, it's one of those things that I pay attention to. It's one of those things that I listen for. It's one of those things that I've noted that is greatly lacking in modern music today. The structure of a classic rock song. Go back to the structure of a classic rock song, right? And the best example that I always use is actually War Pigs by Black Sabbath. You know, you go into that extended, I think it's called Luke's Ladder, and you know, the instrumental is just taking you on a ride, taking you on a trip. Or Rush's Bytor and the Snow Dog. Not only is it extending the song, but you're visualizing that they're getting ready for a battle. You know that there's battle placements going on. You know, you don't even need to be told this. You can visualize it. And you know, my guess was right. That is the the beauty of great song structure. And we are lacking it in modern music today. Not all over, but for the most part, you gotta look for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right. So needless to say, I'm impressed with what Ian Gillan has done in his solo efforts. If I Sing Softly appears on Future Shock. It's the fourth studio album by British hard rock band Gillan. Released by Virgin in 1981, it reached number 2 in the UK album chart. This would remain the band's highest placing album. The title is taken from Alvin Toffler's book Future Shock. Herbie Hancock also put out an album called Future Shock. I still have it, man. The original vinyl LP had a gatefold sleeve with center pages. Cover painting is by Alan Daniels for Young Artists. Reception. In 2005, Future Shock was ranked number 467 in the German Rock Hard magazine's book of the 500 greatest rock and metal albums of all time. 2007 re-release bonus tracks. In 2007, the album was re-released in CD format, again on the Edsel label. This has retrospective comments by Ian Gillan and the original artwork, plus pictures of various single picture sleeves. The revised track listing, similar to the '89 release, had the following bonus tracks. Okay, yeah, and I won't go into the bonus tracks. Other notable re-releases. In August 2012, a new collector's edition of the album was released on vinyl. The release was produced as a 12-inch hardback book with all the lyrics, images, photos, and art from the original. The records themselves are housed in black holders within the book, each in a special bag with sleeve notes detailing the story of the album. That would be cool to check out, man. The discs were pressed at 45 RPM for clarity of sound. This edition was limited, though, to just only 1,000 copies. Okay, man. So that is the information given for this excellent song, and what I'm sure collectively is a great album. Let's hit up our final track, man. Fighting Man. And John says it's my all-time favorite Ian Gillan song. Okay, so I'm sure it's a good one. Gillan, Fighting Man. Let's get it.
There's a man living on the kind of street that makes you wonder. Got a face that tells the life of city thunder. Here's the man in his hand is a gun that says he doesn't need a reason, and there's no one gonna take away the freedom in his hand. He's a bad mistake, got no heart to hate, got a mind that can. He's a fighter's fighting reputation no one dares to question. Gives you promises if you should ever mention. He's got style. He's got a road that stretches right between the eyes of any hero, through the heart of many fools who try its zero, down the road. He's a bad mistake, got no heart to hate, got a mind that can. He's a fighter's fighting man. Fighter's fighting Fighters fighting man.
I'm visualizing some of our heroes that come back from being deployed abroad. And now they're civilians and they're trying to adjust and they're trying to find their way in this new world. That's what I'm visualizing. Cheers to our heroes. It's amazing what music makes you think of.
face that tells the life of city thunder.
Right on. Great song, man. Excellent song. Has a lot of meaning. I can totally see why it's your favorite Gillan song, man. Totally see why, John. Excellent song. So, Fighting Man appears on Gillan, aka the Japanese album. It's the debut studio album by British hard rock band Gillan, released on October 5th, 1978, only in Japan, then later in Australia and New Zealand. Although not released domestically in the UK, the album sold well as an import, aided by positive press reviews. The sleeve notes of the original release credit Liam Ganoki as playing drums and percussion, while the '93 release, Gillan, the Japanese album, instead credits Pete Barnacle. Okay. And there's an AllMusic review, 2 paragraphs. AllMusic review by Jason Anderson. After the Ian Gillan band started to fizzle out, vocalist Gillan and keyboard player Colin Towns decided to shorten the group's name and shift its musical approach. The newly created Gillan consisted of the ex-Deep Purple vocalist Towns and former Zebra members Liam Ganoki on drums, Steve Bird on guitar, and John McCoy on bass. Zebra is spelled with 2 Z's. Their '78 eponymous debut was distributed in Japan, Australia, and New Zealand only, then reissued with some bonus material as the Japanese album by RPM Records in '93, and again on the Purple label in '99. These offerings also share a few tracks with the 1979 UK debut Mr. Universe. There were, of course, several membership changes to confuse things even further while the band attempted to establish creative momentum. One interesting fact, Ganoki is credited on the original release, but replacement Pete Barnacle is listed as the drummer of record on the Japanese album. Right, same thing from Wikipedia. Another lineup overhaul was necessary before Gillan could produce its most successful effort by far, 1980's Glory Road. Despite all this activity, Gillan is still a minor excursion in the career journey of the Deep Purple vocalist. And the Japanese album is a lesser work from the band that bore his name. Gillan's voice is refined, but isn't put to good use on ballads like Fighting Man. Really? Those banshee screeches at the end were pretty damn good. There are some good moments on Secrets of the Dance and a few others, but the Japanese album is generally an unfocused affair. Only Gillan fanatics and collectors should concern themselves with this release. Interesting. What do you think of that last sentence? Only Gillan fanatics and collectors should concern themselves with this reissue. Do you think that's an accurate overview of this album, and especially the songs and the use of Gillan's voice? If you know your Gillan stuff, let me know. John, you'd probably know the answer to this. Let me know about that. All right, man. So that concludes our look at Ian Gillan's solo efforts, man, specifically in his Gillan time period. Because like you said, John, I know that Ian Gillan band also covered like more of a jazz rock fusion. So I don't know how well it would do on the classic rock platform. It would, we'd have to take a look and see. But all the same, hey man, he sounds good to me. Sounds damn good. All of these songs were awesome, and they all had something in it that would compel me to listen to it again. So I don't know how fully I agree with AllMusic's assessment, but then again, I haven't listened to the entire album, so I would have to go and check that out. But I like what I've heard, man. All 4 are excellent, excellent songs. So let me just see what I got coming up on this platform before I bounce, man. I got a couple of new patrons I got to hit up reactions for, Fast and Furious, and also Charles, Quincy, Sasha, Brian, got reactions I got to get to for you folks as well, man. So that is what I've got coming up. I believe Brian's reaction is Paige with the Black Crows. So that'll be kind of like my next Zeppelin, focus. And then after, I believe it's either Susan or Evelyn, one of the two. And I believe that there's interviews involved. I'd have to look. But yeah, man, that is what I've got coming up on the platform in the next little while. If you haven't checked it out already, Zeppelin 1971 bootleg concert that I've just that did a reaction for. Zeppelin in Berkeley, really excellent, great sound, and man, those guys in their early stages when they were doing a lot of improvisation, the way Plant was switching out vocals, as he went, was just fantastic. Check it out if you haven't seen it. All right, y'all, that concludes our look at a great soulful singer. And again, I want your list of, in your opinion, the 5 best soulful singers in rock and roll. Gillan is on that list for me, so is Robert Plant. Give me your 5. Who are, in your opinion, the 5 best soul-delivering singers in rock and roll? All right, you know what I'm talking about when I say soul. Give me your list. All right, man. Thanks for joining me, John. Thank you very much. This was an excellent recommendation. I enjoyed the hell out of this. All right, what else was I going to say? There was something else. Oh, man, I hate that shit. And every single time, as soon as I turn the camera off, I remember. I lost it. It's gone. All right, man. You guys have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.